So as you guys already know, my first ever video I uploaded was about the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. But I mentioned in the video that I wanted to explain what I have already read from the book, which means that back then I didn't read the entire book. And I only explained briefly what the book talks about by explaining the two minds that we have, the conscious and the subconscious mind, and explaining how each works, and explaining how to use our subconscious minds in order for us to achieve everything we desire and we truly want, no matter what it was. But now, since I completely finished the book, I decided to do another video in which I will explain the entire contents of this book in details and go over every single piece of information that this book covers, because it's really an important topic in my opinion, and I think this is where everything starts. I think this is where your entire life changes start. So when you take control of your mind, of your thoughts, of your subconscious mind specifically, then everything else follows, from habits to routines to knowledge to etc. So I think the most important priority is to take control of your mind. So as you guys already know, our minds are divided into two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind takes care of our decision making, our thinking, our calculation, our observations, all of these states where we are fully awake. Whereas the subconscious mind is active 24/7. It doesn't sleep. It takes care of things that are out of our control, like breathing, the way your heart is beating, like your five senses, your memories, your thoughts. They all sink down to the subconscious mind. It's like a huge file that stores information. No matter what goes through your conscious mind of thoughts and ideas, its final destination is the subconscious mind. Also, one other piece of information is that the conscious mind is called the reasoning mind, and that's because, as the name states, it reasons thoughts and ideas that go into your head. So whenever you think about an idea, you start thinking about the positives and the negatives, and you start crossing out some things. Imagine it's like an elimination game. And the final thought that sticks to your head after all the other thoughts are dead is the thought that sinks down to your subconscious mind. Therefore, your subconscious mind is called the emotional mind, because your subconscious mind can't differentiate between what's true and what's false, between what's real and what's imaginated. It simply takes the things that sink down to it just as they are, because it knows that the conscious mind is going to do all the thinking, all the reasoning, and it's going to accept the final result. I have a small simple example for you to understand what I just said. Imagine your subconscious mind is the soil in which you're planting some seeds, and the seeds are your conscious mind. So whatever your conscious mind, which is the seeds, plants in the soil, which is your subconscious mind, it will eventually grow and prosper and become your truth and comes forward in your life. So you have to make sure what you plant in this soil, because the soil can't say this is a bad seed or this is a good seed. The soil just takes the seed and does its work for making it grow and prosper. So that's your subconscious mind. It just takes the idea, no matter how bad it is, no matter how good it is, and it starts acting upon it. So you have to make sure what you plant in your mind. So what this book starts by explaining is how your mind works. The way your mind works is the thoughts you think about create reactions. As I mentioned before, the subconscious can't differentiate between what's real or what's fake, between what's true and what's false, because as I said, it just receives the final result that's coming from the conscious mind. Therefore, your thoughts create beliefs. Beliefs turn into actions. Actions create outcomes. Take for example the placebo effect. It is known that whenever you take some sort of pills or medicine, because you really believe that these pills and this medicine is going to help you and expect that you are going to feel better, your subconscious mind starts working upon making this expectation become true. Your healing process is going to start from the subconscious mind because you truly believe and expect that you are going to become better. And this shows that your subconscious mind alone can actually start triggering physical changes because of expectations and beliefs. It's also mentioned in the book that your mind can work miracles for you in your life. By miracles, I literally mean some things that you believe are not true, but they are actually true. They can happen like a miracle, in a magical way, let's say. When you align your desires with your beliefs, your subconscious mind will start making solutions and ideas and opportunities for you to reach your desires. I'm gonna give you an example about myself. When I started training calisthenics, I couldn't go to the gym back then. And I started thinking and saying that I have to work out. I cannot stop working out. I have to find a solution. After a week, I had a thought to change my room, get some new furniture. Suddenly, when I was asleep, I started imagining that I can have a calisthenics gym in my room. I started thinking about connecting some bars in my room and fixing my room in order for it to become a calisthenics gym. And that's what actually happened. Now my room is a calisthenics gym with bars connected across the room. So whenever you really think about something you desire, you want to achieve, like I really wanted to work out. I wasn't just saying I want to work out. I really wanted to work out. I was really looking for solutions. Suddenly this idea popped up in my mind while I was asleep. That's your subconscious mind. So the next chapter talks about mental healing in ancient times and mental healing in our modern times, and how you can practice mental healing. Like what practices you can do in order for you to heal mentally. As we all know, in ancient times, there was a lot of religious statues, temples, rituals, tribes that used to do a lot of traditions and ceremonies, and whenever someone was sick, they used to call for this god that magically heals his people. That all goes back to your subconscious mind, because deep down, all of these people, they really believe that there's an ultimate power that will heal them whenever they perform a ceremony or a tradition. So every time they needed help from this believed power of their own minds, of their own creation, they start doing the same rituals and traditions that they are used to do. And while doing these traditions, they had a thought going back and forth in their mind that this tradition will eventually heal the person, eventually have effect. And the repetition of this thought over and over again makes this result come true, comes forth in their lives. That's because of their subconscious mind. As I mentioned before, the placebo effect, it can trigger physical changes in your life. If you take modern meditation and mental healing nowadays, what do doctors prescribe their patients? They tell them that they have to think positively. They have to repeat within themselves positive things. This can be relayed in different methods, like praying, like visualizing, imagining yourself in a wealthier position, imagining yourself in a better health, happier. All of these things act like self-suggestions and affirmations in order for you to mentally heal. So it's the same. You have to really believe in the effects that are going to happen when you start thinking this way, and that will make your subconscious mind take action and start applying its work. So the next chapter talks about how the tendency in your subconscious mind is lifeward. What I mean by that is your subconscious mind naturally moves toward health, toward keeping you alive, like breathing, your heart beating, etc. Unless it is faced with fears and limited beliefs. Fears, limited beliefs, negative thoughts, all of these act as a suppressor for healing. It doesn't allow your body to heal correctly. That's why you have to always have positive expectations. When you cut your hand, your subconscious mind will act automatically in healing your wound. You have to actually let your subconscious mind do the work. You have to believe that it was born to keep you alive, to heal you. And now there's a question that might be popping in your head. How to get the results that you want? Whether it was economically, whether it was physically, whether it was mentally, whatever it was. How do you actually get the results you want? Through your subconscious mind. You must clearly define what you want and emotionally accept it. By emotionally accept it, I mean, as I mentioned earlier in the video, whenever this thought or desire or goal goes through your conscious mind and it starts the elimination process, you have to make sure that the final result of this thought is what you actually want, is what you actually desire. So this way it will sink down to your subconscious mind filled with emotions. This way the subconscious mind will start working upon this desire or this goal. You have to visualize the feeling. You have to imagine yourself living in that state, that desire that you want. You have to trust and believe that you will actually get to this thing. So for example, let's say you want to become rich. You have to fill your mind with the idea of becoming rich. So instead of saying, I'm poor, I'm never going to be rich, these things act, as I mentioned before, like limitations. They fill your subconscious mind with limitations and fear that will stop it from acting upon this idea. So if your final desire is to become rich, you have to actually believe in your mind, you have to believe that you are going to become rich. You have to start imagining yourself in that image where you are rich. You have to start feeling the details, feeling the life that you will live when you are rich. Just imprint this image into your subconscious mind. Let it sink down. So this next chapter talks about how to actually use your subconscious mind for wealth and for money, and how to actually be rich. So money comes from the subconscious mind's acceptance of abundance, of having a lot, of fulfillment. You have to replace your thoughts of lack, of I don't have, I am poor. You have to replace all of these ideas with prosperity. I am going to be rich. I will become successful. Positive affirmations, positive thoughts. You see, Dr. Joseph Murphy, the author of this book, he argues that wealth is a natural law of life. So if you think about life, you will notice that life is naturally abundant. Nature is abundant. There's a lot of flowers, a lot of water, stars, trees. So the natural law of life is abundance, is having as much resources as you want. So the natural law for your life is for it to actually be abundant. So that's why you have to think upon it. You have to fill your mind with such thoughts. You have to imagine them. You have to make your subconscious mind full of these thoughts. That way it will act upon making them become true. As I said, it will give you ideas, opportunities. It will send success your way. It will work for making these things that you desire come to your life. You can imagine that your subconscious mind is your 24-hour silent partner. It's always there, it's always with you, it's always working for you. It works to help you achieve whatever you want. Success comes when your desires align with your beliefs. Let's say, for example, you are an athlete. You desire to become a champion. You want to become a champion. That's your goal. And your beliefs are that you are actually going to become a champion. You believe in that. You keep thinking that I'm becoming a champion. I will become a champion. This way you will produce excellency. If you have talent, if you're working hard, and you actually believe in your subconscious mind, actually believe in your mind that you are going to become a champion, then there's nothing stopping you from becoming a champion. In fact, your subconscious mind will make it easier for you. It will make the distance shorter for you. You will become champion in no time. Whereas, if you are the same, talented, you work out hard, but you keep repeating in your mind that you are not going to become a champion. There's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of opponents, it's hard, it's exhausting, all of these things will accumulate and will start acting as limits, as obstacles in your way. That's all because of you. You are not letting your subconscious mind act upon the desires because you are creating walls of limitations. Even scientists use subconscious mind in order for them to make discoveries. Many scientific discoveries came through insights, flashes of the subconscious mind. There's a scientist called August Kekulé. He's a chemist that spent years trying to study the molecule of benzene. He tried many formulas, diagrams, calculations, but he was never able to find the structure of the benzene molecule. He overloaded his conscious mind with input, with data. One night, he was really exhausted and he drifted into a sleepy, drowsy state. In that state, an image appeared in his mind, a snake biting its own tail, forming a circle. Then he suddenly woke up with an insight that the benzene molecule is a circular molecule shape. Therefore, this discovery became a foundation in organic chemistry. So you have to fill your conscious mind with input, ideas, with thoughts, with information about the topic that you truly desire. Then the thought that will sink down to your subconscious mind will be the answer. Your subconscious mind will show you the answer. Actually, the biggest scientific breakthroughs didn't happen in the long durations of thinking. It happened when scientists were in a sleepy, drowsy state, when the conscious mind was at its minimum effort, while the subconscious mind was taking control. Einstein, for example, got most of his ideas while falling asleep. Tesla was discovered while walking. While the mind was relaxed, the subconscious mind was taking over. The chemist August that I just mentioned discovered a foundational scientific discovery by seeing an image created by his subconscious mind while he was asleep. In other words, when your conscious mind is not active while you are in a drowsy, sleepy state, your subconscious mind is going to be at its maximum power. So your subconscious mind will reach its fullest potential when you're asleep, because when you're sleeping, your conscious mind is fully sleeping and your subconscious mind will take control. That's why pre-sleep suggestions are really powerful. Whenever you are in a sleepy, drowsy state, it's really important to start suggesting and affirming things that you want to happen. For example, I want to become champion, I want to become healthy, I want to become rich. Fill your subconscious mind with these things whenever you want to sleep, when you are in a drowsy state, because when you sleep, your subconscious mind will start taking action, taking control. You should never ever sleep with negative thoughts because they will imprint deeply on your subconscious mind. So the next chapter talks about marital problems, how you can find love and find your real partner with your subconscious mind. So in the beginning, you have to alter your primary thinking. If you keep thinking relationships are not for me, I am not good enough, love always ends badly, your subconscious mind will create situations in which they will match your beliefs. Dr. Murphy teaches that whatever you repeatedly think about someone, you project onto them. So if you mentally rehearse, this person doesn't care about me, this girl will leave me, she's lying to me, then your subconscious mind will act as if all of these things you are mentioning are true. Therefore, it will affect how you speak, how you react, how you respond, how you talk, which will shape the relationship. You will end up in a situation you are drawing in your subconscious mind. That's why you have to always affirm the positive things. You have to say that this person is nice, this person is good, the relationship is going great, I'm going to find my destiny, find my true partner. All of these things will actually engrave in your subconscious mind. You will eventually find your one true partner. Also, through your subconscious mind, you can actually achieve happiness, because happiness is a mindset, not a condition. If you keep dwelling on regrets, fears, on limitations, sad things, you will actually end up as a depressed person, as a sad person. While if you take whatever is coming your way and you think positively about it, you think about the positive, you will actually be the happiest person ever. You will not hold grudges, you will not hold regrets or fears in your mind, and you will be super free of all of this depression and sadness. So the book also talks about how you can use your subconscious mind in human relationships and how you can forgive people and empty your subconscious mind, in which you get rid of all the regret and angriness, sadness that's stored in your subconscious mind, which will let it act and work more naturally and with peace. So as I mentioned before, your thoughts about someone project how they respond to you. So what you project mentally is felt emotionally by others. And also forgiveness acts as a poison relief from your subconscious mind. So when you get rid of all the anger and resentment that you hold against someone, you're actually freeing your own mind and bringing peace to your own self, because angriness and sadness and resentment will only bring hurt to you, not the other person. So every time someone that you resent or have anger against comes into your mind, just simply say that you think about him in a peaceful and good way and you forgive him fully. This way you will make your subconscious mind go into the peaceful state in order for it to function normally. Also, you can use your subconscious mind to remove mental blocks and limitations in which fear and limited beliefs affect your subconscious mind or affect your reaction into something. The solution to this is to actually repeat new thoughts in your head about the things that you desire. Repeat new thoughts and truly believe in the things that you want to achieve. Believe in the positivity that they will bring to your life. This way, confidence will start growing bit by bit and you will get rid of all the fear and all the limitations that you own. Also, you can use the subconscious mind to keep yourself youthful. That happens by keeping your mind youthful. In other words, if you stress a lot, you're gonna age. If you get angry a lot, you're gonna age. If you get sad, you're gonna age. But if you think positively, keep your mind at peace, you keep thinking in a good way, you keep working on yourself, improving yourself, then you're actually going to have long-lasting life. You're going to have a healthy life. Your self-image influences your physical state. So you have to stay optimistic. You have to keep repeating positive affirmations into your own self. You have to suggest good things upon yourself. So in the end, the entire book comes down to one truth. Your subconscious mind becomes what you constantly tell it. Whether it's success, wealth, health, peace, strength, the seed you plant is the harvest that you will get. Feed it belief and it will guide you. Feed it positive images and it will create them. You have a quiet power inside you that's always listening. Use it carefully, use it wisely, and watch yourself change from inside out. And always, always, always stay positive.